escort our EV.
Dan, do you like free-to-play shooters?
I love free-to-play shooters. What isn't to like?
Wait, do you really?
Yeah. Well,
okay,
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
No, it's cool. It's not the usual react. To be honest, when you say free-to-play, normally the reaction is just get out in it. But no, have you heard of Dirty Bomb?
I have heard of Dirty Bomb, but I know nothing about it. And I think what we're going to do here is you're going to tell me about it.
We are, but I'm also going to mention, did you ever play Brink?
Oh, no, I didn't. I really wanted to. I couldn't afford it at the time. And then a couple of people I knew got it and weren't too impressed, so I never bothered.
I remember it reviewing averagely, but I remember it also being quite a cult favourite. Like, it was a good shooter. Well, Dirty Bomb is from the guys, I believe, some of the guys at least, that made Brink. And it is a first-person shooter, and it's free to play on PC. And I would hope and reckon it probably should come to consoles because it's actually very good. It apparently is, I think it's an open beta now. It's been going in closed beta for quite a while, but it says beta version and it's free on the Steam store, so it must be open beta. It is a first-person shooter. It's a class-based first-person shooter, and the mode you're seeing in this video is objectives. Now, Dan, I can hear you thinking, God, there's so many shooters on the market. Why should I care, right?
Yep, that's true. That's true.
And it's a difficult question to answer, and that's probably why it's free-to-play, because, if you're not Call of Duty or Battlefield, I suppose, or Star Wars now, you don't sell. But it's fun. Like, it's difficult. I mean, I found like I'm just getting absolutely murdered, but it's also one that promotes team play in a way that I found reminded me a little bit of Team Fortress 2.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You have a healing class. So, I mean, using mouse and keyboard, obviously, you've got, your WASD controls, but you've also got Q and E, and Q and E are different skills. Now, E is the skill, for example, if you're the medic with the defibs, but Q is the skill for the medic where you can put down, it's like a turret-looking thing, but it's actually a healing thing, which is vulnerable, so, you can be shot, but you put it down and it heals people nearby, and that's kind of cool. So there's another guy who's, you press E and he throws down ammo, a bit Battlefield-y in that respect, I suppose, the classes. Press Q and he brings down a rainstorm like a, I've forgotten the word for it, like loads of bombs from the sky. Can't think what they're called.
An airstrike.
Airstrike, thank you, Dan. Thank you. So this is why you're the smart one.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for.
That's right. And then the other class available at start is got defibs and... what's the other one? Oh, throws health packs down. Now, so for example, everyone can revive, but it's slower if you haven't got defibs.
Right.
So it really is a class-based game. Now, the problem I've got with it at this point is that so when you boot it up, it's a video, and the video is literally, it actually says these words, rule number 3, I think it was, like, don't be a dick. If I'm writhing in pain on the floor, use your defibs and pick me up. It's real clear about that. And I should say, you can't fault the game for the player base, but I seem to be the only person on my team, and you'll see it, I'm going to use the video from my first match, and you'll see I am predominantly a medic, throwing health packs down, healing people up, and defibbing people, and every time I go down, nobody seems to do anything. Towards the end, people were starting to do it, but a game like this lives and dies by community, I feel like, and if you don't have people playing their... It's Battlefield, basically. If you don't have people playing their class, you're going to have a shit time, aren't you?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, well, could that just be the player base at the moment, though? I mean, often these things, as they settle out, a few months after launch, they kind of settle down and people start playing their roles a bit more.
Oh, absolutely, and also, as I say, I'm not blaming the game for that. It's not the game's fault. The mechanics there are clear. Let's say the opening video is really clear about it. You need to play as a team. You have someone. So, the objective in this video is you have to repair a tanky type thing and then escort it. So, as you're, because you're the attacking team. I don't know. Well, your team's doing that. The other team has to stop you. I felt like they had better weapons than me. Now, I don't know why that was, because I was playing in a lobby that was max level 5, so, early game stuff.
Right.
But they were just smashing me to pieces. And I felt like, the very first person I came across, I felt like I've got the drop on them. They haven't seen me, and I shot them, and they just turned around and just destroyed me. And I felt a bit weird, like there's perhaps some weapon balancing issues. Not sure. But yeah, the idea is just like Battlefield, really. If someone's behind the tank that's moving along and killing everyone, the medic has to be there making sure they get picked back up and healed and stuff,
Yeah. I mean, does it noticeably work better when you do play as a team?
Well, yes. Oh, absolutely. Again,
If you, if
it's
you
like
get
Battlefield.
yeah, if you get in a good in a good squad, you're gonna do better than a
Yeah.
load of lone wolves up against you.
Absolutely. I mean, again, at the beginning of the game, it's like, here's the rules. 1, don't run off on your own. 2, don't be a dick. 3, use your skills. It's really clear. Like, it tells you how to play the game. I just can't help but feel like people have booted up, hit space, and skipped that video and just gone, it's a shooter, it's a shooter. And it is a shooter. Of course, it's a first-person shooter, but it's team-based. It really does. I mean, because you can change loadouts quite happily. Like on the F keys, you can just switch between your 3 loadouts. Between deaths, and I don't think I got a kill in this video. I don't think I got a single kill.
Really?
Yeah, I was in the end. It really felt like, why are my bullets not killing these guys? And perhaps they were headshotting me. It could just be that they were headshotting me. But after that, you're there prone. You're down but not out. You can be revived, and I just felt like nobody was defibbing me, and I was getting a bit frustrated, if I'm honest with you, because that's not the way a team game's supposed to work, is it?
No, not at all. Not at all. One question, you mentioned it was free to play, and obviously that presupposes in-app purchases.
Yeah.
Could it be that the other team maybe had spent a bit more on their weapons than you?
Yeah, it could. It could definitely be, I reckon, the in-app stuff, because you do earn gold. I think it's gold, your currency. I can't remember, but there's definitely... I mean, it's not... No free-to-play game is free. You know what I mean? And there's stuff still to come. I suppose it could be. It's a bit weird that might be the case, but because it really felt like I was in a lobby for like level 1 to 5, and you would think that would stop
that sort of imbalance. Yeah.
But this particular match, as I watched the video back, and it was like it's some oddity. I don't know. People who are watching maybe leave a comment, but I really feel like there's occasions where my bullets just weren't doing the same amount of damage, and that's a problem, and that would explain why it's PC only at the moment, I think, because they're definitely ironing out a lot of stuff. Although technically very smooth. I wanted to do a video of a game called Ark. I don't know if you've heard of this. It's basically another first-person game where you're like thrown into an island with dinosaurs.
Yeah.
And I can't, because it's... I mean, anyone who watches our videos knows we're running a decent gaming rig, like 16 gig of RAM and a 4 gig GPU. It's a beast of a machine, and I had to drop it to medium, that game, and it was struggling like crazy. It really is early access, that one. Whereas this one, even though it's in beta, it feels like it's really technically polished, like really well done. I genuinely think it's a game that would be great on Xbox or PS4. I don't know why they've not.
Maybe it's coming later, though. I mean, if they're working on PC for the moment, it can take time to then move over to consoles. And when they do that, hopefully they'll have polished it on PC enough that it'll be an easier job of moving it to Xbox or PS4, and they can sort the individual problems that brings.
Absolutely, and that seems as good a point as any to end it. You can go to Steam right now, search for Dirty Bomb, and find it, download it yourself. Dan, thank you very much.
It's all right, Adam Cook.
We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye.